We all want to eat healthier. One way to do that is to cook without using meat. It's not a new idea. Vegetarian cuisine's been around a long time. Our guest today is Yamuna Devi. She's the author of Yamuna's Table, a healthful vegetarian cuisine inspired by the flavors of India. Yamuna, welcome.
Good morning, Rick.
First of all, again, vegetarian cooking and a lifestyle is really quite old, isn't it?
Ancient.
Thousands of years.
Thousands. India is the largest living vegetarian culture on the planet. 82%, 680 million vegetarians in one place.
All meatless?
All meat.
And you've got some recipes in your book, but you've got a nice little snack here with pineapple.
Yes, this was inspired by actually seeing mounds of freshly carved, fragrant pineapples in the market. And I took maple syrup, which is one of our favorite old sweeteners, and used that instead of a local Indian unrefined syrup, and came up with pineapples with mint, Malabar pepper, and fresh lime juice.
Okay, how long does it take to prepare this?
5 minutes or less.
Okay.
If you get a pineapple that's already been cored at the market, it's 3 minutes to put together.
All right.
But just to explore flavors, we're going to really play on flavors. And these are peppercorns, different kinds of peppercorns. Perhaps you've only seen the black ones in the market. This is white pepper called Muntak pepper. And these are red peppercorns and freeze-dried green ones. These are supermarket black. And if you can, from a specialty store, try Malabar that's recommended in the recipe. It's from India. It's one of the Cadillac or connoisseur peppercorns of the world. But you can use anything you want and toss a few peppercorns in a spice mill or a grinder. Give them a couple cracks.
And you just chopped up some mint before that.
Yeah, a little bit of mint.
Okay.
And throw that in your mill with a little bit of fresh lime juice.
And this could be a dessert, could be a snack?
A dessert, a snack, whatever you will, and the maple syrup. And work on that for just about a minute or so, and you'll come up with a mixture that looks like this.
Okay. Now, most people think of Indian food as rather hot, with the curry and everything else in there. Is it always that way?
Absolutely not. And especially in this book, I've played around with taking the simplest supermarket spices, the cilantro and fresh ginger and chilies and about 5 spices, and made this really accessible, light, healthy cuisine that it really is where flavor and good taste meets on the palate. Just is delicious and very appealing. To finish that off, just a little bit of chopped pistachio nuts and a grinding. One more of fresh pepper.
Now, you've mixed a lot of sweet things and so-called sour things here, right?
That's right. They juxtapose, and they really complement. So something so simple can be so deep and rich in flavor.
Now, would kids like this?
I don't know why not. And you can or cannot do herb salt. In the books, I do a lot of herb salt to cut back on salt, but in India, they give that a try. Would you like to take a sample and see what you think? Here's a little bite for you.
Most people think of vegetarian food as something that's kind of exotic and kind of strange, and you've just shown us that you can take some very simple ingredients and make something rather tasty, right?
Vegetables are so beautiful now. There's so much available, vegetables and fruits in the market.
This is juicy, too.
Isn't it juicy? Yeah. And this is a make ahead, so you don't even if you want to do this a couple hours ahead, all the flavors will merge and intensify and become even richer and deeper.
Let's talk about your book a minute. You've got almost 200 recipes in here?
Yeah, this is 200 really from start to finish, appetizers right through desserts, calling on a lot of ethnic cuisines, my own personal tastes, but inspired by some of the beautiful flavor combinations of India for the American table.
Right. Now, we tend to go for milder food, of course.
Absolutely. So do I.
So you've geared this toward our palates.
Oh, absolutely. You can, of course, add chilies and heat. I use as flavor enhancers like I would salt and pepper or lime juice. It is not for heat. It's for flavor. And some of the chilies that are available now in the markets have chocolate overtones or smoky overtones, really high flavor peppers.
Now, is it expensive to get into this kind of cooking?
So inexpensive. In fact, you'll save a lot of money in the supermarket when you go to these dishes.
We'd like to hear that.
Wonderful.
Yamuna, thank you for joining us.
What a pleasure, Rick.
Okay, nice meeting you. Okay, there's more Moose Center right after this.